भिक्षाशनं तदपि निरसमेकवारं शय्या च भूः परिजनो निजदेहमात्रं वस्त्रं विशीर्णशतखण्डमयी च कन्था हाहा तदपि विषयान्न परित्यजन्ति. Somebody was asking me yesterday, can you please explain the Shloka number 15 of Vairagya Shatakam? Thanks to your question, I also did Swadhyaya of this Shloka. Very, very beautiful Shloka. Bharatri Maharaj is speaking his experience. After he renounced the kingdom, he started living in the forest area, jungle area. So he's writing his practical experience. What happens when somebody renounces everything and goes to jungle? This is what most of the times happens. So this is his experience. He says, Bhikshashanam tadapi nirasam ekavaram. Ekavaram means once a day. One time a day, he goes for bhiksha and he gets bhiksha. Bhiksha means he goes for begging food. Bhavati bhikshami dehi. He goes from jungle to village or jungle to city to take some bhiksha so that he can sustain his life. And also he says ekavaram. Maybe he goes only once a day, or maybe he is getting bhojan for only once a day. He is getting bhojan. Rest of the times he is not getting bhojan. Maybe either be the case. So he says the bhojan I am getting here is nirasam. Sukha bhojan. Nirasam means not so tasteful, tasteless bhojan. So after somebody attains Vairagya, my Acharya used to say, when I attained Vairagya, my Acharyas used to say that, the focus of the yogi is not on the, taste of the food. I want chappan bhog, this, that. The focus of that yogi is just to eat something, thereby I can sustain my life. That's it. I don't care about whether the food is very tasty, whether ghee is there, whether masala is there, whether namak is there. Nothing. Just eat something to sustain the life. Even kandamul bhi chalega, Acharya used to say. So these are all the status of great Rishi Munis. So here Bharatri Hari Maharaj says, Nirasam ekavaram. Ek bar bhojan mil raha hai. Just once I am getting a bhojan. That too nirasam. Usme there is no big taste in that. Even that also is okay. Further he says, Shayya cha bhuhu. Shayya cha bhuhu. Shayya means to sleep, right? When the asan, to sleep, the bed is here. You can say the bed. This is Shayya. Shayya means bed. So he says Shayya cha bhuhu. Bhuhu prithvi. Bhuhu bhur bhuva swaha we say, right? In Gayatri mantra bhuhu iti vai prana. But bhuhur, there are other mantras where bhuhu means prithvi. Shayya cha bhuhu means to sleep in the jungle. There is no facility, so I sleep. In the kingdom, he used to have golden bed, golden singhasan, used to have beautiful mattress, etc. But in the jungle, nothing is there. So, Shayya cha bhuhu. I sleep on this ground actually. And that is also okay. सोने के लिए भूमि का बिछोना है. सोने के लिए भूमि है बस. There is no other facility available in the jungle. My Acharya used to say when he went to tapasya in Rishikesh under the shelter of his Acharya, Baba Bhankantidas, Yogiraj. My Acharya goes to his Acharya. My Acharya used to say that, no facility. I used to sleep on the rock and at minus degrees, no kambal, no chaddar, nothing. Just, my Acharya gave me one small bhori and I used to sleep in, I used to sit, do meditation in that and I used to sleep in that. That is the highest stage of Vairagya. Because their only need in their life is Paramatma. They don't need anything else. So similarly, Bharatri Hari says that, I am living in the forest. I don't have any facility. So I am sleeping in the jungle floor. Shayya cha bhuhu. And further he says, Parijano nija dehamatram. For a sannyasi, for a Vairagyavan, this I think I read in, I don't remember, Sanskara Vidhi or some other Rishi's book, or some Acharya was telling from Arya Samaj, I forgot. Nijadeha matram parijana. For a sannyasi, for a person who has started living alone, for a person who has renounced his family, his real family is body only. Pari परिजनः निज देह मात्रम, अपना शरीर मात्र ही परिवार है. For a sannyasi, his, even Manu Bhagavan says, early in the morning when you wake up, try to analyze your body. How is your health? And if there are any pains in the body, if there are health issues in the body, try to analyze how do you correct your body, what medicines you must take, what precautions you must take, thereby your body becomes healthy. Because for a sannyasi, his body is the only sadhan. He does not have bed, he does not have food, he does not have shelter, he does not have proper clothing also. That also will come in the shloka. So his parivar, he does not have anybody to support. His support is only Paramatma. So he has to take care of his body. So his body becomes his parivar, his family. So that's what here Bharatri Hari Maharaj, these are all great, philosophical thinkers, greatest people who have walked on this earth. He says, Nija deha matram parijana, apna sharir hi parivar hai. Aur koi sahara nahi hai. There is nobody else for that, yogi, for that tapasvi. Can we be like that? Can we attain this stage? It's not so easy. We need, so much facility, lighting. We need a bed. We need many facilities in our life. When we compare ourselves with such great, tapasvis, we are just a small dust on their feet. That's it. I always used to say, sometimes I used to write letters to my acharya that I'm a small dust on the lotus feet of you, acharya. But bhavana nahi hai. This is just to impress by words. But real bhavana, when somebody has a real bhavana like that towards acharya, then that person also will become a great tapasvi. But when you write, okay, maybe by these words I can impress acharya. This kind of thinking used to be there inside me sometimes, some years back. But later on I realized, you cannot impress a tapasvi by words. You can impress a tapasvi, a real yogi, by your bhavana, by your real seva, by your kriyatmak yoga abhyas, not by words. Please understand. So here Bharatri says, Nija deha matram parijana. So he is also in that situation, and further he says, Cha or and Vastram Vishirna Shatakanda Mahikanta. Vastram jo hai, whatever clothing, he is wearing a cloth like a pajama jipa or whatever it is, he is having a dhoti kurta or he is having only a dhota, but dhoti, he says, ekdam fate hue hai. Everywhere there are holes in the vastra. He is not able to, he is saying that the vastra itself is totally damaged. I am wearing that kind of vastram. Vastram means clothing, right? Vastram, पहनने ओढ़ने के नाम पर वस्त्र के रूप में एकदम फटे हुए सैकड़ों चिदड़ों की गुदड़ी है. Hundreds of holes, hundreds of damages in the clothing. Even that is also okay. For eating food, nirasam. For sleeping I am sleeping on the floor, and I don't have anybody parivar, and my body is the only parivar, and also my clothing is not good. No problem. I have started living like this. But the real problem is this, he says. What is the real problem? These are all not big problems for me. Or these are all not big problems for a Vairagyavan, for a person who is aspirant, who is trying to reach Paramatma. These are all not big problems. But what is the problem? He says, Tat api aise dayaniya sthiti mein bhi, aise dayaniya sthiti. And even in such a condition, such a worst condition, a person is living and is trying to do tapasya, is trying to attain Paramatma. Tat api Vishayan na parityajanti, ha ha. He is laughing. Even in this situation, Vishaya Bhog, Vishaya Vasana, Vishaya Bhogon na parityajanti, nahi tyagte. A person, he has started living life like this. He has taken sannyas, he has renounced his kingdom, he has renounced his family, he has given all his money whatever he has earned all over his life, he has given his money to his family, everything he has renounced. He has started sleeping on the floor. He has started begging for food and started eating only once a day, and that too, that food is horrible food. He does not have proper clothing. He does not have anybody else other than his own body. Even in that situation, Vishayan na parityajanti, he is unable to renounce the Vishaya Sukh or Vishaya Vasana. Even in that situation, a person gets attracted towards Vishaya. It's not so easy to renounce the Vishaya. He says, ha ha, he is laughing out of anger, laughing out of sadness and misery. He's saying that I have given up everything, even then I am unable to control my Kam Vasana. I am unable to control my Vishaya Vasana even after doing all these things. Aha, he is having deep anxiety within him, deep pain within him. He is laughing. He is laughing out of shok. He says, Mahashok. इससे बड़ा दुख और क्या होगा? See, for a Vairagyavan, this is the real, for a person like Bharatri, this is a Shloka written by Bharatri Hari Maharaj. So he is saying that even at this situation, the Vishaya Vasana is like pulling me down. ये Mahashok की बात है, he is saying. It's a very, very big misery and big sadness for me in my life. So for a person like him, for a person like such a tapasvi, for them this is a situation, then please imagine what is our situation. We are all actually fully indulged in Vishaya Bhog. We can say hundreds of things, great things about ourselves, but the reality our Antaratma knows and Paramatma knows. Who are we? The reality is known to ourselves and to Paramatma, right? We cannot cheat Paramatma. We cannot cheat ourselves. We know kitna pani mein hum hai karke, we know very well, right? So that is what here says. Mahashok, isse bada patan aur kya hoga? So after renouncing everything, if somebody is still having his mind focused on Vishaya Bhog, then इससे बड़ा पतन means गिरने का जो पतन means पत my आचार्य used to say पत धातु से पतंती गिरना नीचे we will all fall down to misery. So if somebody is not able to tyajanti, not able to do tyag of the Vishaya Vasana, then that person is 100% he will fall down. He will fall down from his stage of tapasya. So renouncing physical comforts is easy, but renouncing this vasana which is inside our mind is not so easy. That's what yesterday I was reading one Rigveda mantra, Rigveda 3/11/3. This is also my WhatsApp DP I had kept. प्रार्थना टू परमात्मा, स्वाध्याय द्वारा ज्ञान को बढ़ाते हुए हम प्रभु को पाने का प्रयत्न करें. प्रभु की ओर चलना ही हमें वासनाओं से तराता है. See, प्रभु की ओर, when we have complete samarpan bhavana towards Paramatma, and when we do everyday swadhyaya, when we do swa adhyayan, when we analyze who we are every day, swadhyaya dwara gyan ko badhate हुए, increase your gyan, increase your knowledge, increase your wisdom slowly. And why you must increase your wisdom? To attain Paramatma, to attain Sukh, to attain Moksha, to attain peace, to attain bliss. Uske liye we must do prayatna. And at that point of time, when we start really walking towards Paramatma, all these things you can renounce your kapada, you can renounce your food, you can renounce your bedding, you can renounce your comfort, but unless and otherwise you have a very clear direction towards Paramatma, unless and otherwise we march towards Paramatma, we can never overcome our vasana. Vasana se tar nahi sakte. Vasana means the same thing. Here he writes, right, in Bharatri Shatakam he writes, Vishayana parityajanti. Not so easy. Only Prabhu Kripa, only Paramatma's Kripa. My Acharya used to say it's not easy to overcome the Vasana. Even for great yogis and tapasvis, it's not easy. But by Prabhu Kripa, by Guru Kripa, by Acharya Kripa, it's not that it's impossible, but with their Kripa it is possible. So for getting Prabhu Kripa, we must do Swadhyaya. We cannot do drama, we cannot do action, we cannot do anything else other than Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya means ekagrata se, by focusing, focusing to analyze who we are, focusing to study Moksha Shastra Adhyayanam. That is called as Swadhyaya. Then by doing Swadhyaya, slowly we will get wisdom. And we must also take care. Acharya Satyapati ji used to write in one of his book. He used to write that when you do Swadhyaya, when you get more Gyan, you must have Idan Namam Bhavana there. You must give 100% credits of your knowledge and wisdom to Paramatma, not to yourself. You cannot say that this is all mine. This knowledge is of Paramatma, right? So Idan Namama Bhavana, we must bring it there. And then surrender ourselves to Paramatma. Thereby, Prabhu ki kripa se we can overcome these vasanas. It's not so easy. It's a very, very difficult path for all of us. So these kind of shlokas are great inspiration to us. So always we must try to keep check on ourselves, always 100% of the time. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om, Om, Om.